Hey, it's Mindy with Astrology by Love, here today for Taurus Sun and Taurus Rising's horoscope for the month of September and October. So we are covering a lunar cycle. We are getting started at the new moon eclipse in Virgo on September 21st and going until the new moon in Libra on October 21st. So just one thing to know real quick before we get started, there are 3 outer planets out there that are coming close to contact with each other this month, but they aren't. They're all 3 going retrograde. We are talking about Uranus in Gemini, Neptune in Aries, and Pluto in Aquarius. So they are all within 1 degree of having contact with each other, and this is friendly contact, but they don't quite touch. However, Uranus is carrying the energy of unexpected communication, unusual communication. Neptune is talking about a passionate leader, maybe delusional leaders. And Pluto is rearranging and causing a revolution with the masses. All of this is working together in the background for the month. It's not like a specific date or a specific few weeks. It's all within about a degree of each other, all going retrograde. And so this is going on in the background, this lunar cycle. So Taurus, I appreciate you hanging out with me. Please like and subscribe. I've got some cool links down below. Share this video with some friends or family who are wanting to live their life more in line with the rhythms of the universe. And let's go ahead, jump in, and get started. So Taurus, this new moon on September 21st is a new moon eclipse in the sign of Virgo. So this eclipse is taking place in your 5th house. This has to do with your children. This has to do with your creative projects, your passion projects. There was a new start you were wanting to happen about a month before this that got frustrated and cut off. This eclipse is pretty much forcing this new start to happen. Now it is being frustrated by Saturn in your 11th house. So Saturn has recently moved back into Pisces. It's causing some blockages, some restrictions, maybe some structures or restructurings of your friend group, and it is opposing this new moon eclipse. However, this new start does happen. It is forced forward despite these frustrations. The universe pushes it forward. We are feeling this energy about a week beforehand and a week afterwards, but the actual eclipse is on September 21st. Then on September 22nd, the sun moves into Libra. So Libra rules your 6th house. This is daily routines, mundane life. This is just an area that the sun shines upon. This is part of your yearly routine. This is health routines. When the sun moves into Libra, it then opposes Neptune, which is an Aries, in your 12th house. Neptune in your 12th house gives you a little bit more of a spiritual vibe, a spiritual interest. You're feeling psychically more sensitive. You can just feel things in the air and intuit them, and you're probably not sure why. Whenever a planet's in your 12th house, it's hard to see what's going on with it. It's hard to understand it, but it still has its effect. And so Neptune is still making you sensitive, a little bit psychic, and when the sun moves into Libra, it is triggering this psychic sensitivity. This is a fast-moving energy, but it's there on September 22nd. Also on the 22nd, Mars moves into Scorpio. So Scorpio rules your 7th house. This is the house of long-term relationships. These are contractual relationships. With Mars moving into Scorpio, your partner may be a little bit testy, may want to debate, fight a little bit. The best use of Mars in the 7th house is to transmute that energy into the bedroom. Take advantage of those bedroom pleasures because they are going to be wired up and they are going to want to fight or move it to the bedroom. So whenever you can, understand, realize this, that energy is going to be there for 2 months. Don't take debate, Taurus. Don't fight with them. Just move it to the bedroom. Then on the 23rd, the sun continues moving along and trines Uranus and Pluto. So the result of this is that men on the 23rd are going to be a little bit unpredictable. They're going to say weird things. They're going to think weird ways, unusual ways, and they're going to use it to revolutionize people, change things up, and this will be in a positive way. It's still going to be a little bit of drama, but it will be positive, unexpected. It'll involve men. And so this is playing out for you, Taurus, in your financial and work houses. So something surprising will be going on with your money, and there will probably be a man in your daily life and your routines that's going to help revolutionize and change up a few things in your work life. It'll be positive, a little bit of drama. It'll be interesting. Then on the 24th, Mars in that 7th house of long-term relationships is going to square Pluto in your 10th house. So this may be your partner getting triggered, setting off, wanting to say things at work, or causing other rearrangements at work, causing you to focus and be like, what am I doing? Why am I here? Getting to the bottom of your legacy that you're leaving in the world with this career. This can be a little bit of a rough energy. So this can sometimes result in violence. Just pay attention. Don't let it get there, Taurus. But this is a faster moving energy. We're going to feel this a day or two beforehand and a day or two afterwards. But this takes place, it comes exact on September 24th. Then we go a few days without any sort of specific planetary activity. Yes, those outer planets are still moving about in the background, and we will be feeling that. But there's no other specific activity until October 1st. On October 1st, Mercury squares Jupiter. So Mercury is going through your 6th house. These are your daily routines. So your daily routines are going a little bit smooth. They're organized. You're able to communicate about them. This is a time to follow up on mundane tasks, gym memberships, doctor's visits, running to pay the light bill, things of that nature. Those trips to and from and everything will be a little bit smoother. So Mercury's in your 6th house, helping you run errands, helping you stay organized right now. On October 1st, Mercury squares Jupiter. So you may have to stand in line a little bit longer on that day. Trips around town may take a little bit longer. This is also the energy of bragging or being like, look at me, I'm the best in your community, among your siblings, among your cousins. This is an energy that feels good. Mercury square Jupiter, we are thinking positive. We're thinking overly positive. We're thinking we can get 10 things done instead of just 2. And this is a fast-moving energy, but be aware of this. We're going to be positive thinking. You can get more done than you really can, Taurus. So that takes place on October 1st. Then we have another few days with no specific planetary activity. But on October 6th, Mercury moves into Scorpio. So Scorpio rules that 7th house. These are the long-term relationships, your contractual relationships, like your spouse and business partners. So with Mercury there, it's going to be really easy to communicate with your spouse, with your business partner, about things about the relationship, about things going on. You're going to be naturally thinking about them. They're going to be able to communicate with you better. This beautiful energy is going to be there for the next few weeks, so definitely utilize this, Taurus, if y'all need to have some conversations. Then on October 7th, we have the full moon in Aries. So this is in your 12th house of the subconscious mind. So it's really hard to see things that are going on in this area of life. However, with this full moon, you may have an aha moment. You may have a realization like, this is why I do what I do when I do it. This is also a time when you may have a dream or two at night. So the full moon will light up that subconscious mind as you sleep, and you'll probably be able to remember your dreams. Also on October 7th, Mercury squares Pluto. So Mercury's in that 7th house, long-term relationships. You're communicating with your spouse and business partners, and that square to Pluto is causing it to be a little bit demeaning, a little bit of a power struggle, control issues. This will be between work and your long-term partner. So fortunately, this is a fast-moving energy, but it is taking place in the midst of this full moon, so that's going to heighten it and make it feel a little bit more intense. That is on October 7th. Fortunately, on October 8th, we have Venus sextiling Jupiter. Venus is in Virgo in that 5th house, making the kiddos a little bit more fun, creative and passion projects a little bit more enjoyable. You're looking good doing all this. Definitely get some pictures made with the kids. Venus is going to sextile Jupiter. That's going through your 3rd house of community, siblings, cousins. Definitely get the kids and the cousins together on that day. It'll be fun. Take the kids out in the neighborhood, go for a walk, hang with the neighbors. You will definitely enjoy it. October 8th is just going to be an enjoyable day all the way around. So definitely put that on the calendar, Taurus. Then Venus continues her trek across the sky, and on October 11th, Venus opposes Saturn. So Saturn has dipped back into that 11th house. These are your friends, the people that you make an effort to hang out with, and Saturn is causing some restrictions there, maybe some distance, and having fun with the kids and those passion projects is kind of triggering that separation, that distance, that structure, those rules that have recently come about in the friendship group. Fortunately, that is a fast-moving energy. Then on October 13th, Venus moves into Libra. So this is your 6th house. This is daily routines, health routines. Going to the gym is going to be just a little bit more fun. Running those errands a little bit more enjoyable. You'll probably hear music throughout your day when Venus moves into your 6th house. Also on the 13th, once Venus moves into Libra, it opposes Neptune. So something about this enjoyment of your day is triggering some psychic sensitivity. You may just feel off and not know why. But that too is a fast-moving energy. It will be there on October 13th. Then on October 14th, Venus continues across the sky and makes a trine to Uranus and a trine to Pluto. This is themes about love, money, fun, all of a sudden connecting with some chaos, some verbal disruption, some unusual communication, and the revolution going on in Aquarius. This is in your 10th house. So Taurus, this involves your money and work houses. It'll be an interesting day at work. There's going to be some chaos around money. Maybe you'll be a little bit lazy at work, which is why you'll be enjoying it more. Some things will be changed around. It'll be another interesting day. Put that on your calendar. Then on October 16th, the sun, still in Libra in that 6th house of daily routines, is squaring Jupiter in the 3rd house. This is giving you a little bit of an ego. You're feeling like you're the best and you may be showing off in the neighborhood, in the community. This is an energy that feels good. It may not look good. It is a fast-moving energy though. Just be aware of it. That is on October 16th. Then on October 19th, Mercury and Mars come together in the sky. We call this a conjunction. So Mercury and Mars are both in that 7th house. This is your spouse, business partner, long-term relationships, possibly getting triggered, possibly saying some mean and hurtful things to you. Try to keep in mind, this is the planets talking. Yes, it's a human saying this stuff, but the potential for someone yelling at you and saying mean things is definitely there on the 19th, Taurus. So just be aware of that. Then on the 21st, we finish up this lunar cycle with the new moon in Libra. That new moon in Libra starts the next lunar cycle. This will be a beautiful, pleasant new start in your 6th house. So if you have been wanting to start a dietary change, a new health routine, a new way to organize your to-do list, this is an excellent time to do it. The urge is going to be there, and it should be pretty successful. So the planets are lining up to make this a gentle, beautiful, pleasant change. That is on October 21st. Then as a bonus, I'm going to tell you the next day, on October 22nd, Neptune is going to move back into Pisces. So you may feel this shift. It may feel like the fog lifted from your head. You may not notice anything. It's hard to see Neptune when she moves. But on the 22nd, Neptune moves back into Pisces. So that is the horoscope for this lunar cycle, Taurus. I appreciate you hanging out with me. I have a link below for a free newsletter if you would like to sign up. You can also get a reading with me, or you can purchase one for a friend or family member who needs to find out more about the way they're wired and how they tick. Check out those links below. Please like and subscribe. Share these videos, and I will see you again soon, Taurus.